Howdy howdy, Big Beefy Burger Buddy here in the episode. I heard a tear like get shot immediately. I'm not sure what that was. Luck foot? Like duh. Let's just get that before I take this pill real quick. Hey, that's a good start right there. We got multi-dimensional baby. We got some pretty bad damage. And a big smile on my face. And now we have like the best pills you could ever have. So the best pills money can buy. Yeah, I'm excited for this. I would like this enemy to die. If you see some rooms that look different, I finally have one mod that changes gameplay. And doesn't do just like make trites like do a backflip. It's more rooms, not enough rooms. I got it off of Steam, so we'll see if that like ruins my gameplay experience. But so far I played it on stream, so it's like not that bad. I want a little bit more variety, and like more rooms is probably the best way to do that without changing the gameplay in a way that's like unacceptable to me. Just like. Here's an enemy with no audio cue, only a visual cue. That's not how you play this video game. You don't look at the enemy that's on the other side, sink into the ground and then appear on top of you with a fucking no indication it's happening. Like, that's not how this game is played. So it's, you know, we're looking for like very vanilla feeling stuff, you know? And more rooms is definitely vanilla. I will say they added a bunch of shops, and out of all room types that I end up seeing a lot, it's the shops I see. And I feel like the shops, especially because like shops are like, they have so many just, yeah, like you'll see a lot of shops like this. Instead of 2 items in them, you'll get like at least 5. But you know, it's a gameplay change. It makes the shops a little better, but I also tend to ignore the shops entirely. I'm not even mad that I walked into a fire. I'm just like starting my day off anyway. Before I gotta go tire myself on my Sunday. Getting a little bit of enjoyment in there. And that should help, you know, a synth oil. That's pretty good. I do like me having more damage. Also, I've never... have I seen this hair before? This is some crazy looking hair. I don't know. I'm not excited about the like lack of speed though, for sure. Other than that, like I think we're ready for like something here. A little bit of money. A Yara rune is crazy good. I basically... okay, I actually think I do want to take Bag of Crafting, because I usually don't. But also... it's like too complicated. It's not that complicated, but I'm like... I don't need the items it's going to create for me. I think I'd rather literally just take Bob's Rotten Head. Which might be like insane. I talk myself out of it. It's good later, but that it really is like a win more item when you're not playing like Tainted Cane. You know, you just like you have all these consumables later in the game that you're not gonna be able to use because it's like shops and like you don't use keys to open much like after that point. I am just gonna like try to blow these both up so I can get them. Hopefully one of them or both end up being a speed up pill. One makes you larger is not a speed up pill, but it is like not a negative one, so I'll take it. I will take this. Members card is really good. I'm probably not gonna be able to get it, but I mean there's a way. There's certainly a way. I was about to, like, blow a hole in the wall there. I want to just use the thing for the boss. As, you know, this thing does a lot of damage to the early game bosses. I'm really... Okay, so it is going to be like right above here. I guess I'll take it, you know? It's not like I'm gonna not... I'm gonna have like a 1 to health. So, what do you do here? I think you ruin your donation machine. If it spawns, it didn't spawn a lot of money, but this might be an insane Yara. I value members card that much that I'm willing to do that. Will I be able to buy whatever's in here? No. A black card I technically could, and a pinky eye I can't. But we have some money for the future. I think it's gonna be worth it in the end. So let's go for it. And let's kill this boss. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Bag of crafting. I wish you could do that. I'm happy to have the speed up. That's like the one thing I was like, I really need that. And honestly, the damage up is just a nice bonus. Plus, we're now very close to spun. Which, you know, there's a couple ways we could get it. Just another syringe in our boss rooms, but also... I feel like Lust's not that uncommon. We might find one. Okay, you guys are putting me in a little bit of a tricky situation. I just like that you're throwing all the rocks and not allowing me to gain my items here. Obviously, this is like worth the trade right here. I'm just having I've like finished most of the drawing stuff I had like done. Like I sketched a whole bunch of goobers and then like burnt myself out and got like exhausted and was like super busy with like a whole bunch of shit. Unfortunately, this is like not the most ideal. 28 or 29. Unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be able to do either. This might be worth it. This is definitely worth it. I could try to buy one of them. I don't think I'm going to be able to buy both. So let's try to like maybe I should just like save my money unless I get like an insane amount. Like if I get a 2 of diamonds, like maybe I'll decide to do it. Probably gonna get hit here. I almost like dodged that. How are you attacking? I wasn't even in your like line of sight, little buddy. Before I have to be busy today, I'm trying to get some Isaac in. Just playing a little bit of that video game that I'm pretty well known in. I'm like, I feel like I'm simmering from Deep Rock Rogue Core. Because I'm literally just like... Okay, let's chill out. That did hit him at least. I don't know. I like Isaac because you... There's another syringe. Wow, we just get spun. I like Isaac because, you know, for somebody that plays Eden and doesn't use like the D6 very often, unless I'm given the option to actually get it, but I'm not like, you know, I'm gonna play Isaac every single run and just hope that be like, oh, I don't really like this bad item. I'm gonna reroll into another one that's also equally useless. It's just like. You see what you get, you have, like, you stick with it. You don't want it, too bad. That's what you get. Like, I'm gonna go in this item room, too bad, I didn't have another choice. It's like, if you didn't want it, well, you're stuck with it now. I can't really buy those items, so, like, you just don't, like, get options, and now it's like, I don't mind it in Vampire Survivors, because that's kind of how you build builds in that game, so it makes a lot of sense that it's like that. But I feel like so many roguelikes now, man, are just like, alright, here's like 5 options, you gotta read all of them real quick. And it's like, alright, 5% more health drops on melee hits. And I'm like, okay, not exciting. Definitely not exciting at all. Unknown, I don't care about my health, I already know it's at like 4. Plus the 1 soul heart in front. And then on top of that, we're like over here with like Alright, you beat the level. Here you go. Now here's a negative aspect. Pick one of the 2 negative aspects. It's just like... Do you want enemies fart on death, or all enemies one-shot you? And it's like, okay, so, like, you have just, like, poorly designed shit to choose from, and it's like... Is this how you curate? Just, like, give me one. Like, I don't need a decision for how the gameplay, like, I will adapt to how it goes. Slay the Spire is like, hey, you built your entire build around playing a lot of cards in a single thing, here's the Timekeeper. Deal with it. You have a floor to adjust. It's like, you know, it's not like, alright, you didn't like this outcome here. I guess you can, like, re-roll it into something else. Just make the... I have this problem with Balatro, too. We're just gonna complain about video games, because I've been thinking about this a lot. Just, like, re-rolls and choices in the roguelike adaptation game, instead of, like... I don't know, just adapting to what you see. I don't know if that's even worth it for that much money, dude. Maybe there's a pill in here, I'll buy it. A luck up, you know, 5 cents for a luck up is not bad. We'll just go. And I'm sick of choice. Rather than just like, I don't know if there's a way to describe it, how I'm feeling. That's just not, dude, just make this shit useful. Comically good. Comically good. I'm worried that, like, this is the 2nd run in a row I've had Godhead, I'm pretty sure. I'm worried that the game is like, oh, this room variety that's a guaranteed quality for... See, that's how paranoid I am about, like, adding mods. Like, okay, multidimensional baby running into the ones I'm leaving on the... That's very funny, actually. I love that. But I'm just sick of the, choice spam. It happens in Mega Bonk when I played it, and I did like Mega Bonk, but it's just like, alright, here you're moving for about 2 seconds. Alright, level up. Alright, moving for another 2 seconds. I don't think I'm gonna be able to buy Chaos, unfortunately. So I'm gonna double down on just using this. But I will try. I will try. It's just like, I'm spending more time on an upgrade screen than playing the video game. And again, Vampire Survivors could be in this list, but I don't know. Something about Vampire Survivors is still fun because building your character is like entirely that game's gameplay. And then if you can out DPS the guys that are killing you is like just a happy little accident. But like in Balatro, it's like, okay, we give you a reroll in every shot. The meta is literally designed about rerolling to get like multipliers, because the multipliers are the things that actually activate your... I think I'll take this over that. Over like whatever. Instead of just being like, how about the things you get are good, instead of like to-do list that hits 4 hands you're not playing in a row, and then it's just a wasted card, and then you lose because you get, yeah. I just don't like you're forced to get what you get, but also all of the things you get are completely useless kind of situations with these. And the upgrades in Deep Rock definitely were like 20% weak point damage. I think again, I'm so like Isaac build, so I recognize that this might be like annoying to hear at this point. It's just like this game does it does so many of its systems well, and it's like, okay, you start a run, what do you want? Probably damage, right? Okay, so we're gonna go for damage. Your first damage item is like an insane damage increase to your like stats. It's like almost usually like a full 1.5 damage, depending on which one it is too. And then, because of the way the damage formula works, more damage ups are not like as important. It's really just getting that first one, as long as it's not like one of the lower tier ones like Jesus Juice or Meat, like one of the only half a damage ones, because it like multiplies that single damage one by like a certain amount because you have a low amount of them, so like they're worth getting, and it's like all of this. I'm not like, okay, well I need to like spec into like critical hits, and it's just like I just get the thing and it's good to use, and you just keep going. That's huge. I'll just buy black powder because I haven't used this one around the final floor. Realizing on the final floor of the shops, unless I want to go fight Hush. It's like, it's just like, oh, do I want this item I just picked up? Yeah, I'll pick it up. You want to know why? Because why not? Will I use it? Probably not. Realistically. But that was what I got. So. And one of the few times you got to get it is if you were lucky enough to be able to beat boss rush right here, and then you can just, you know, pick from 2 to 8 items. Typically 4. I won't be the negative guy that's like, wow, I get the one that's only 2 every once in a while. Okay, yeah. So like, seriously, is this like game like cheating because I'm using the more rooms mod? Here's the 8, by the way. I'm gonna go with a Strange Attractor because it sounds funny. Like that's one of the few times you're allowed to pick an option, is because like the run already went well.
Soul of Apollyon.
Do I want this? I'll see if I want this. Amsuz. I have Holy Mantle. So I don't know, man. It's just like I'm just sick of. I think I have like I don't know, like a resistance to like wanting to have a game made by the player. is I guess a way to put it. I prefer like the dev's vision rather than here's a bunch of shit in a toy box. You do it yourself is the way to do it. Obviously you do this when you have homing. Plus like you know like I didn't have to like Vampire Survivors 15 rerolls to get a dumb build like this. It just kinda happened and I'd roll with it. It's not like, okay, I rerolled to this, and it's like, if I had to, here's a good way to put this. If I had to be like, okay, I'm being cursed this next floor, pick between these 2 curses, you'd never pick Unknown. Or Blank, the one where you can't see items. You would never do it. And if you saw Curse of Darkness, you'd always be like, yeah, do that one. Because that one's not even a curse, basically. I can counter that by just turning up the game on my computer a little bit. And it's straight up just like, well, I don't know, do they get feedback the same way that, like, Slay the Spire got? So, like, you have to get like a data points to be like, okay, so a lot of people aren't picking this specific curse. I wonder why. Is it because it's just completely bullshit and awfully designed, but we gave them the option so they won't pick it anyway? Or is it just because the other one was easier and they don't have to deal with it? It's like, I don't know. I'm just sick of having to choose items, man. Don't make shit complicated. Just let me be like, do I want to interface with any of this? No, let's just go. Did I know this was a... Yeah, obviously we're gonna take... Well, no, obviously I don't want this, because it's a piece of shit, and I don't like it. But I'm forever cursed to have it. It's like, hey, you want Curse of the Tower? No? Okay, don't pick it up. It's not like, do you want Curse of the Tower, brown beef, or... 1 up? And it's like, it's really hard for me to pick that choice. Let me sit here in 15 seconds contemplate that one. No, you just go. I'm a very much just go fast kind of ADHD guy. If you like the choices options, by the way, that's not a knock on you. I will say though, almost every roguelike that has that option also has a dodge roll, and they all feel the same. But then also are like, we need to start you off with something because your character base is not like that fun to even use. But you need an option to have like to start off as being good. That's something I hate. So like Eden, here we go. We're gonna do it again. We're gonna use Eden as like a scapegoat for my argument here. While roguelikes actually are the worst genre, and all of them are samey and boring and shouldn't let you choose. I pick Eden. Eden just started with, like, I had to start with multi-dimensional baby and this other item. Right? It wasn't like, alright, I'm gonna start my run, my base character's kind of weak. Do I want 4 choices? I'm not gonna waste the time to go do that. Do I need 4 choices to be able to go through this area? Like, another Yara is crazy. Or do I just want to go forward and like play the video game? Like, I didn't get a choice for what I started with, man. It's just like all of them, every single roguelike I'm thinking of gives you choices at the start to like start the run because they didn't even build their base characters to be like that enjoyable. And at that point, let's go. I'm gonna go with Hades, which I haven't played since my stream. Why would I why would I not do the one that has like your attacks 3 times instead of 0, but they do like 80% or something damage? Like, why would I ever not start with that? Or like pickles heal you for 15% more HP or hit 3 times. Duh, you go for the hit 3 times. It's just like, I don't know. They just don't balance this shit to be like worth picking. So it's like, why even have something worth picking? Like when all of the shit, like half the shit's not even worth picking up, and it like nothing is gonna be better than swing 3 times. It's just not feasible. This is probably not gonna be that useful, but you know what? I might fight Hush. I'm gonna fight Hush. Why? Because I want to keep saying roguelikes are actually the worst, but they're actually not, because, like, they're still fun. The random variance is what, like, makes them fun. Deeper pockets. Nothing. Guess I'll buy the habit and deeper pockets. What? Isaac gets bigger? What do we want? We just take this, right? That lowered our T rate kind of grossly. I have a lot of HP. I didn't choose to have all this HP. I was given a choice between 2 items. Sorry, I did. You know what? That is totally fair. Does this make the creep larger? It does not. Or like the black powder. Could like use this. Let's just get a little bigger. Hermit. I'm out of money. I just don't want to have to choose whether or not I want. And then it's like, especially when you're starting with like the deep rock one, it's like higher chance of a earthquake happening, and it's like, but it's also not just like an earthquake. It's like a core spawn chasm. And it's like, what the fuck is that even? You like have to pick it first to know what it even is before like that even happens. And it's just like, I don't understand the point, man. How about just force me into whatever like situation you want, and we can do that. Give me less choice. I'm just like, I'm repeating myself at this point. I'm like, I want to play more like video games. I want to play Isaac, but also like I want to also play Vampire Survivors today. But I also have to do like a bunch of shit that I don't want to do, which I'm waiting to do. Just gonna keep killing this guy though. Every time I get here to Hush, I'm like, it's gonna be so much fun. I can't see his attacks. It's like too yellow on my screen. Maybe I should just like spam the laser sound effect button so you get to hear it. Maybe that'll help me out. Oh, I got hit again. Ugh. Are you gonna dodge my Curse of the Tower when I get hit? Hit me again so I can hit you with that Curse of the Tower. That does a lot of damage. Actually, keep hitting me. Why? Because I'm not dying. I have Holy Mantle. I don't even feel like going back and grabbing any hearts that are on the ground there. You know why? Because I got Holy Mantle. We win. Curse of the Blind. Yeah, like you would. Oh, you're going to the next floor. What curse do you want to pick? Curse of the Blind or Curse of the Unknown? It's like, unknown. And a roguelike is like, why pick the worst option? Does that make sense? Like, I tend to not enjoy Risk of Rain, but at least that game was more fun when they didn't have, like, scrappers and shit like that. They still had the blueprints. Or, like, the item copiers. But it's like, hey... You gotta think, a bunch of fireworks. I think this was back when, fireworks... were, I think they were kind of bad, but then they got buffed and now they're actually really good. Like, certainly underrated or something like that. Oh, it was like sticky bombs that were broken. It's like, oh, you didn't get like 15 sticky bombs? Yeah, you got a bunch of other stuff. You have to deal with it. And then your only options are get rid of the ones you don't want to get rid of. And now it's just like, oh, I want to craft the exact specific build that I'm looking for. Hopefully it ends up not being complete trash, you know? Hopefully you get a Paul's goat hoof in the beginning, and then you can actually play the video game at this and the timer video game, because you know, what's the point of a? I don't even get into that video game. I hate that game. I just genuinely, like, I think out of every video game that I'm like, oh, all these other roguelikes, I'm like, I'm not a big fan of them, but like I see why they're okay to the tier list of like, Hades is pretty good. I just don't play it. I fucking hate. Also, I forgot to use Yara. I was thinking in my brain when I entered the last floor that I wasn't going to forget it, and then I forgot it because I was like talking. But I also don't need it, so who even cares? I was over here being salty about a shitty video game. That's not like shitty. It's very well liked, but it doesn't strike my interests because of the fact that it's the gameplay difficulty is determined by whether or not you can do things faster, and you can't control if you can do things faster because of how you randomly get items. Was this worth it? We'll see. That's a new room. That's a room added by the funny mod. I actually can't believe I forgot to use Yara for like the second time. But I was like in no need to do it. So it's like whatever, right? Well, now I'm sad about the range down, health up. But also, like, this run is basically over. So, this is gonna be a weird one. So we've shifted. We've shifted build. Oh, would you like to be able to blow everything up or have 2 fingers? I'm like, I don't know. You're gonna have to give me a solid argument on which one I need. I'm so salty about just like trash. Another technology item. I'm just gonna. There you go. That probably helps. Yeah, well now he can't die. I'm willing to bet that we win this run. Just cause yeah, we're a little bit like overpoweredly strong. I'm just waiting to finish this run. It's just like, let's like go there. I don't know, gotta make like choices. Walls of Steel's pretty good. I lost all my steam. How am I still picking up hearts? I'm not now because I'm like full on them, but how about I just do this to you? I don't think we can lose because we got cancer. I'm just gonna walk into you. We get hit more and more, so we just spam more and more bombs. That's pretty good. You know, I didn't have to. I wasn't like given an option like to choose between two things. I didn't have to read them either. I just knew what they did. Which, you know, probably helps with the whole choosing the items thing, but it's like penis. It's just like penis. If you enjoyed, leave a like, comment, subscribe, yeah, check out the description. I'll see you in the next one.